Well, let's get into it.
Okay. Hi guys. Welcome to the fourth episode. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Chloe.
And I'm Kennedy, and welcome to the Now or Never podcast. Today, I had the idea, since we kind of have just been having little chit chats over the course of the last few weeks and just kind of diving into topics that we're passionate about, I had the idea to kind of go back in time and let people that maybe don't know me or Chloe as well as some of our friends and family listening to the podcast. So hopefully do like a little get to know you segment. So we're going to do that with Chloe today and then at some point with me.
Yeah. And at some point, meaning next week.
Yes.
It'll be Kennedy's Get to Know Her episode.
So we'll do that. And I have a couple questions. I have a lot of questions. I don't know if we'll get through all of them, but we'll start with some of the easier ones.
Love that.
So the first question, where are you from originally and how many different places have you lived?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm from Leesburg, Virginia. It's like right outside of DC. It's like an hour from DC, but people that don't know that area, I just say I'm from DC because people are like, what's Leesburg? But everyone from that area calls it Nova because it's Northern Virginia.
Oh, okay.
But if you're not from that area, you're like, what's Nova? I don't know what that is.
Okay.
So I'm from Nova.
Nova. Okay.
Yeah. And I've only lived there. I'm born and raised.
And then
there.
now.
And then I went to college in Southern Virginia and then moved back home for a little while after I graduated. And then I moved here.
So what brought you to South Carolina?
I got a job and, well, actually my girlfriend at the time went to college at Charleston. And when I visited her, I was like, oh, I really want to move there. And she was like, you have to move here, blah, blah, blah. So I moved here and then I got a job to move here, basically.
Nice.
So,
and you've been here for how long?
I moved here in 2019, like February 2019.
Oh. Wait, me too.
Really?
That is so funny. Yes.
Wait, really?
Yes, February of 2019.
That's so weird. And you're from upstate New York, which is where my family's from.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, February of 2019, because I was so surprised. Like someone had asked me how long I've lived in South Carolina for, and I had to think about it. And my original, I was like, oh, a couple years. And then I was like,
it's like
5 years?
Like, how's it been 5?
5. That's insane. Same. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
No way.
Wait, where exactly in upstate New York are you from again? We really are.
Albany area.
Okay, my family's from like Syracuse area.
Okay, yeah, that's like Western New York.
Do you know where Camillus is?
Where?
Camillus.
Camillus. It's a place.
It's in New York.
No.
It's like a really tiny.
I've never heard of it.
Okay, that's where my dad's from.
Is that like near Syracuse area?
I think yeah.
Okay,
it's
no,
right out
yeah,
there.
I
Or like like Skinny Atlas.
Yeah. That's where my best friend from high school's mom is from.
Oh,
wait, that's weird.
Yeah, like near the Finger Lake, like
yes.
Lake Alaska. Yeah,
that's crazy. So I'm familiar with that area, and then I actually wanted to go to college there too, like out towards Syracuse. Have you ever heard of Lemoyne? Mm-mm. It was like a D2 school that I wanted to play soccer at. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Crazy. Next question.
Okay.
What do you do for your day job?
I work in marketing. I work for a software company, and I work in digital marketing. I help with radio stations sell local businesses digital advertising with radio advertising.
Cool.
So I just help like put together digital strategies for marketing campaigns.
Foreign language to me.
I know.
I have no idea.
Yeah. People are like, what is that? But yeah.
What's your favorite part of your job?
I love working in the selling, like working with sellers, but I'm not actually selling. I just kind of help them sell. Okay. And help them make money. So
which takes the stress off of it, I feel like.
Yeah, and it's actually really fun because sellers are such people persons. So like when we're talking, it's not like a super corporate job. Like we are friends and like we chat and like shoot the shit, and then we're like, okay, let's talk about work now. Like let's make you let me help you make money, type of thing. So I like really that. Nice.
Yeah. Is that what you want? Like, did you go to school like wanting to do this, or was your major different?
No, my major was marketing, yes, but I went into school wanting to be like a therapist.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to be like a family and marriage counselor, or like work with kids, like therapy with kids. Nice. I know it's just two separate things.
But I mean, it happens.
Yeah, and then my mom made me realize that I would have to go to a lot of school to do that, and I was like, what can I do that will make me money? And my mom's like, get a business degree or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
So did you just do 4 years undergrad? That's nice.
And you did how many?
3 years undergrad, 2 years, 2.5 PA school.
Okay.
I had like a bunch of credits from high school, so I like did my undergrad. I jam packed my
All of it.
undergrad and I finished early, but I don't know if I would have done it that way again. I maybe would have just done the full 4 years, but in my head I was like, need to save money, have the credits, might as well graduate, and then also like with PA school being like an extra 2 years, I was like, I just need to get it done as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So next question, kind of a little different pivot. What type of music do you like?
I like a lot. I like R&B, rap, EDM music, rock.
Are you the type of person that's like always listening to music? Like, do you listen to music like all day while you're working?
No, I listen to like podcasts all day. Like the Andrew Huberman podcast,
Yeah, his podcast
all
is
the
great.
time. Or like I love the Grow or Die podcast. And so I'm always listening to podcasts, but I do listen to music a lot, but it's like not all day, every day. If I do have music on while I'm working, it's just like lo-fi music or like classical music or something. Yeah.
I'm the same. I don't listen to music too, like literally apart from being at the gym, I don't really listen to music.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll get into that
Yeah,
another time.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're more introverted or extroverted?
Okay, I used to think I was an introvert, and I did the personality quiz, and I was an INFJ.
Oh, I've never done this quiz. I've been meaning to, but
Please
I've
do
never
it.
done it. I will. I'll try to do it this week.
Please do it. But I honestly don't think I'm an introvert, because when I'm around, I don't know. It's hard to say, because like I get in a funk if I'm not around people. Like I like to be around people, but then if I have to be around like the right people. So I don't know.
I think that's like a good mix. Like you're like probably like an extroverted introvert.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm probably the same.
Yeah.
Where like it's just you want to be around people that don't drain your social battery. Like people that it's like you don't really feel like you have to like put a lot of energy into hanging out with them. It's like when you and I hang out, like I don't feel like
You're just like,
I'm just being.
You're
You know
just
what
there.
I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm
We're
not
just
worried
vibing.
about anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's can be like the difference between someone who's like introverted and extroverted. Like my brother is insanely extroverted. He could have a conversation with a rock. Like he could talk
wow.
to anyone and have fun talking to anyone. Find a commonality between
Cute.
him and someone else.
Okay.
I'm like not the exact opposite, but
Yeah.
a little bit more
You need someone
introverted
to
than
like
him.
give you a little bit of something.
Yeah,
to go off
exactly.
of. Yeah.
Exactly.
Depends on my mood.
I also agree with that. And I
Yeah.
think you can also go through like you can have seasons of like being more introverted or extroverted. I'm definitely more introverted in the winter and extroverted in the
I
summer.
could see that.
I think it's just easier to be extroverted in the summer probably.
Yeah.
So nice. I need to do the
Yeah.
quiz though. You said you're what? An INF?
INFJ.
I have no idea what that means.
I can't remember.
What's the
I took
name
it-
of that test?
The Myers-Briggs test.
Myers-Briggs.
I literally took that my senior year of college, so I can't remember what it means or anything, but
I think I started taking it and it's like so many questions and then
And
I
it's-
never went back to it.
and it's like you can't overthink the questions. You just have to be like, this is me, this is me, this is me.
Do you
this
know
isn't
what
me,"
your
or whatever.
anagram is, or however you say that? Anagram, and so that's like another type of personality test. I also don't know what mine is. I feel like I was a 3. I don't remember. I'd have to do it again because
Yeah.
I don't really feel like I identified with whatever my answer choice was. So I was like, this isn't real.
Yeah.
But it's just another type of personality test that you can
Okay.
do. So I'll send it to you.
What, and a side note, I always feel like I'm out of breath when we're talking on the podcast. And I heard it in the beginning of the last episode. And I'm like, why am I breathing so hard?
Maybe it's because we have so much we want to tell and you
I
guys
know.
and talk to you about. So we're just racing.
Yeah. I'm just out of breath.
No, I'm
sitting here.
probably the same too. I just get really excited.
I know, right? We're so cute.
Oh my goodness. Okay, next question. Do you have a favorite holiday? Why or why not?
Okay. I love Halloween.
Really?
But okay, I need to say this. I love like the fall. I guess fall isn't a holiday, but like everything leading up to Halloween, like I love going to like haunted houses. I love like the spooky vibes and stuff like that. Except I never like dressing up on Halloween.
Okay.
On Halloween itself, I'm like, okay, I like all the vibes, but I'm not gonna want to dress up like I did in college and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. And then obviously I like Christmas.
Yeah. So it's like
That's my fave.
probably Halloween because it's like it's that time of the year, like the holiday season. So like Halloween is like, oh, everything, like all of like the fun seasons and things like that are starting.
And there's something about when the fall hits for some reason, like the smell and like the feeling of like that cool air is like
Crisp.
nostalgic.
Yes.
It makes me have like all the feels.
So
for
I
some
feel that way about
reason.
springtime.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I love fall. I would say it's probably my favorite season also, but no, actually that's a lie. It's summer. But I do like when it's like honestly how it was yesterday where it's like very sunny, no clouds in the sky, like cool 66, like maybe low 70s, and you're just like wearing shorts and sweatpants or like a long sleeve and shorts and sweatpants. Shorts and sweatpants, no shirt.
I know. Maybe if you're a dude.
Shirt, like t-shirt, sweatpants, or long sleeve and shorts, and you're just like so comfy, and it's not too hot yet. That's like my favorite.
That's the best.
I love it. And then windows down.
Yeah. It's not humid yet.
Yeah, love that.
Such a vibe.
Not when there's pollen though, getting in my car. So that is not a vibe.
I had to like wipe off the door code because you could see like what the door code password was because the pollen, the handprints and the pollen.
Oh my God.
I was like, let me just wipe that off.
That's so bad.
Yeah.
I'm like normally really allergic to pollen, but for some reason I haven't been terribly this year. Joe is like super sneezy all the time. Okay. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Bananas and almond butter. I know it sounds
No, that's a good one.
because it's so good.
It's so good.
I love almond butter. You know what I'm so mad about, and Derek is gonna laugh when he listens to this. There's, you know, the brand RX. They sell
Yes.
like bars and stuff. They used to make vanilla almond butter, and they fucking discontinued it.
Bitch.
And I emailed them because I was so mad. I was so
It's
mad.
like send me a lifetime supply
I was like,
right
what?
now.
Yeah, I was like, this is literally the best almond butter I've ever had in my entire life. Why are you getting rid of it? And they're just like, we're going to focus on other products. I was like, and you could
The
buy
audacity.
for a while, you could buy like a jar on Amazon for like $40 because like
People were selling it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever tried it.
It's so good. And now you never will be able to unless they bring it back. But
Okay. Have you ever
good.
tried Costco almond butter?
yes. And it's
So
so
good.
good. And I've seen your stories about
The
it.
best peanut
It's the
butter,
best.
almond butter, but it's really, really good. And it only has one ingredient in it, almonds.
That's so good.
That's what you want.
It's like the Costco. It's not Costco brand, but Costco sells Teddy's peanut butter.
Oh, I've never.
It's really good.
I'll have to get it.
It's so good.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say something else about the Costco peanut butter because I'm very passionate about it.
I love that you're equally as passionate about your nut butter as me.
I lost my train of thought with it though. Oh, it's only $7 for like a whole container. And if you get like,
Deal.
let's say you have like a container this big, guys, or if you can have a container this big from freaking any other grocery store, you're paying like $12 for this
Yeah.
small little container of almond butter, and you pay half that to get the best almond butter ever at Costco.
And it's like double the size.
I would pay the $60 a year just to go to Costco to buy the almond butter.
And it would be worth every cent.
Every penny.
Yeah.
But they also have really good steak too. So,
I haven't.
I love
I need to go to
Costco.
Costco with you.
oh, you should.
Yeah.
I'm going to go this weekend. Oh, you're not going to be here.
Oh, sad.
Next time I go. Okay, also in the food category, which meal time is your favorite? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? And then what's your favorite food to eat like out of that?
Breakfast.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
It's so good.
So good. In prep, I get so excited to wake up and eat breakfast. But I love oats, like protein with protein powder and blueberries and almond butter or peanut butter.
Love.
And like eggs on the side.
Same. Such
So
a quality
good.
meal.
Is that what you eat every day?
No, I don't have a good breakfast. I don't have a breakfast meal in general right now.
It's just like
sad. Just I literally eat protein
Like
a
chicken.
meat source and meat source and rice for all my meals.
One of my girlfriends that I met at my show, Kayla, if you're listening, she does the same thing. Like she'll get up and eat like beef and rice.
I don't do this by
for
choice.
breakfast. Yeah. Well, she doesn't either. It's like real fun. But she's like, I love it, but I don't think she's a sweets person.
I do.
Either.
I mean, I eat steak and rice for breakfast and I love it.
Yeah.
But I definitely used to like eating like my oats or like my cream of rice and like fruit and eggs and toast and okay, next question.
I know we're just gonna talk about food and the entire episode.
I'm so hungry. Favorite board game?
Let me think. It's not a board game, but
favorite game.
Okay, I like Connect Four.
I like that game too.
Yeah, or Pictionary.
Pictionary.
Yeah,
really.
I love Pictionary.
Why?
I don't know. It's so fun.
Like, are you a good drawer?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I think it's fun because it's just like ridiculous.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to have like a game night.
We do. What's your favorite?
I'm obsessed with games.
I like cards too.
I love all card games.
Yeah.
I don't really have a favorite. It depends. Like, well, I'll just go through like moods. Right now I'm in like the game of life mood.
Okay.
It's like I played it with my parents the other day. My parents and my brother, and it was just like so weirdly fun. Not like weirdly fun, but it was just like fun. This weird competitive of like who has like the better life.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird.
It's so fun. Life was my favorite growing up.
I loved that game. We played it like a computer version of it as well when I was younger. So it was like nostalgic playing it with like my parents the other day. Aww. So I went out and I bought it and then made Joe play it with me.
How did he? Does he like playing board games too?
Yeah, he won twice. He only beat me by like $50,000. So fuck him.
Rude.
Okay, next question. These ones are going to be more. Next question. These ones are going to be more.
Okay.
I need to take a drink of water.
Okay, me too. I don't know why that was so funny to me.
Oh, goodness gracious. This is fun.
It is fun.
I like being the one asking the questions.
I know. The tables have turned.
No, okay. Okay.
No, you ask a question.
So, next question. What are your hobbies? Give me like one or two. And then how did you get into them?
Salsa dancing. Love that. I like grew up, my bestie from childhood, I grew up around a lot of like Hispanic, Latino people, a lot of my friends, and I just always loved the culture and I always wanted to learn how to dance. And I've had friends that have tried to teach me over the years, and then I was like, you know what, I want to learn how to actually do this. So I started taking classes.
I love that.
And then I learned and I love it.
When I learned this about Chloe, I was like, this girl's so cool. Like that is just so fun because it's so not something that you would expect like at all.
It's so fun. And one thing about like dancing that I love is that like obviously I love the gym and everything, but like I feel like pure like bliss when I'm like dancing. It's so fun, and you have you build like connections with people without even speaking. It's so
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah,
and I feel like too like salsa dancing is like sexy, and so like I feel like it can probably help with like your femininity and like just like feeling like, I don't know, a badass probably. I have like no coordination or anything. Maybe I'll go to a salsa class with you.
You should, because before the socials, they do like a mini class where they teach you like the basics and stuff like that. And the leads like enjoy teaching new dancers like how to dance well and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
I feel like that would help too with just like being on stage and like having like more confidence and
Definitely.
like just I definitely need that.
I think it does help with your flow, because when I started dancing, I competed twice after, and I felt like it helped me with my like walk and stuff like that, and I just felt really confident with my like whole flow and everything, and I feel like dancing helps.
I probably should do it at least once with you.
You should come. That'd be so fun.
Do you have any other like major hobbies that you can think of off the top of your head?
No, just dancing, lifting, reading.
Nice.
That's it.
Apart from dancing, I do those things too.
Yeah.
Not a good dancer at all. My brother is.
I'm sure you'd be great.
So in the realm of like lifting and like bodybuilding style questions, what is your favorite training day of the week as far as like what muscle group you train?
It's like gone. I mean, we all go through little phases, but right now I love shoulders. Yeah, it's just the best, especially after you showed me that shoulder exercise, the lat raises on the cables with the little cuffs.
Yeah.
I'm like,
They're so good.
yeah,
I love them
it's
so much.
so good.
Cable Y raises. Everyone needs to be doing them.
Yeah.
Look it up on YouTube or follow me on Instagram and
Look at you swole.
and you can see for yourself.
Yeah. You see
Okay.
this girl's shoulders.
I'm not gonna whip them out right now, but they're still small. What is your favorite type of cardio to do?
Okay, if I need to fight demons, I hate the Stairmaster, which I tried to get. I haven't done the Stairmaster in forever. And I tried to do it the other day because all the treadmills were taken. And I was like, how did I used to do this for 40 freaking minutes? But I just like to walk. Like, you don't have to do anything crazy. I did the Stairmaster like before my prep last year, just like a pre-prep, like get a little bit leaner before the prep. And it helped me a lot, but I don't think I would ever want to go back because once I was in prep, I just walked on the treadmill.
I could not tell you the last time I stepped on a Stairmaster. I've never been one of the girls. I just never have. Like I feel like the Stairmaster was such a
trend.
Such a trend at one point, and I never bought into it. You would not catch me on the stairs.
I feel like it's such a misconception that you have to do the Stairmaster to get shredded because I did the Stairmaster my entire first prep ever, and then I did the treadmill my prep this past year, and I was way leaner. So it has nothing to do with it.
Like push super hard on any type of cardio equipment. You can push really hard. But incline walking can be a pain in the butt. And I personally like it more than the stairs. And
same.
It's just, you will not catch me on those things. I'll tell you that right now.
And if I do, there's an issue.
Cam's gonna see this, and whenever I prep, he's gonna be like, "Stairs only for you."
Okay, stairs for 16 weeks, Kennedy.
Sounds good. Okay. What is? Oh, and with the cardio question, do you prefer to do your cardio like fasted in the morning or post workout? Or
I don't like to do it fasted, honestly. The only time I did it fasted was when I had to in prep, and but I like to eat as soon as I wake up.
Yeah.
So I'll usually now, because I work from home, I'll like take Ellie on a walk, come home, eat breakfast, and then walk on the treadmill.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Sweet. That's a good routine. Yeah, I'm the same way. And that means your digestion's really good if you wake up and you're just hungry to eat.
Oh,
so that's good. Yeah.
Do you do fasted cardio?
I used to. I don't have cardio programmed right now, but I personally like it. It makes me feel really good like the rest of the day.
You're in like a good mood all day.
Yeah. So I do like doing fasted cardio. And also like once I'm done at the gym, I just want to go home.
Oh my gosh.
Like I don't want to do it before.
20 minutes in the morning cardio versus 20 minutes after workout.
It's two totally different 20 minutes.
So long, so much longer.
It really is. Okay, we kind of just talked about your like morning routine, but what is a non-negotiable of your daily routine that you have?
Going to the gym.
Unless it's a rest day.
Yeah, unless it's a rest day. I mean, walking Ellie, playing with Ellie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what is your favorite part of your daily routine?
That's a good question. I feel like probably walking Ellie or like playing with Ellie outside. If the gym wasn't the answer, because obviously we can't function without the gym.
Yeah.
But just Ellie.
So sweet.
Yeah.
She looks so cute right now. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, she's cuddling
so
her.
Cute right now. Wait, take a picture and then put it in there.
there.
Yeah. This one is like kind of, you can answer this in one of two ways. Whatever your comfort level is for our fans.
Okay.
What is one of your biggest fears? Or you can do one of like your biggest like irrational fears if you don't want to share like a.
That's such a hard question. I don't know. I don't know if this is like an irrational fear, but every time I see my parents, I like don't like seeing them age. So it's like, I don't know if that's a fear though.
That when I have read this question, that was like in my head what I thought my answer would be to the question is like with my parents. And just like having something like bad happen to them.
Yeah. And Mom, if you're listening, I'm not saying you're aging because you look amazing.
But it's just like, how often do you see them?
I see them like, I don't know. I see them a few times a year. I mean, I try to see them often as much as I can. Definitely like, I feel like I see them at least like 6 times a year, maybe.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Maybe more.
I feel like it's just a fear for like a lot of people that are like our age, like as our parents are just getting older, like and now like that we're in like the adult and like real world and like we know more just about life in general, it's like scary to think like you don't want to think about a world where like your parents aren't here or like whatever. And so like
I
that's
know.
definitely,
It's so sad. I can't even think about it. It's like
yeah.
the one thing I think about it and it makes me really sad. Or like something with my dog.
yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
What about like an irrational one that's like off base, like spiders or like random, like, do you have any like weird things like that? I have one.
I don't know. What's yours?
Ketchup.
Ketchup?
I hate ketchup so much. I hate
Why?
it. I don't know.
Really? Is it
It's
the
been
color?
It's everything about it. It's been engraved in me since I was like a child. Like I've never liked condiments at all. I am better now.
You don't eat condiments?
No, I like condiments.
I'm
now.
like, you're crazy.
No,
Do you like
I
hot
like
sauce?
I love hot sauce.
Okay,
Hot sauce is like the first condiment that I ever actually ate.
I can't like fuck with you if you don't like hot sauce.
No, I like hot sauce.
Okay, good.
Like buffalo sauce is like my favorite type of hot
Okay.
sauce, but I do like hot things, spicy things.
Okay.
But yeah, I hated ketchup growing up. Just never used any type of condiments. Like I was a chicken fingers and french fries girl and wouldn't use condiments. Like no honey mustard, no
Just dry
ketchup, just
AF.
dry. And then now I use honey mustard and like other things, but I will not eat ketchup to this day. I
Okay.
don't know why. I
Do you
just hate it.
Do you like mustard?
Like honey mustard.
Okay.
Not really like regular mustard.
For
maybe.
some reason, like, so mustard, I don't mind. Like, I don't eat it really unless I'm like in prep, I feel like. But Derek gets the like Flavor Gang sauces.
Oh, I love
and
the Flavor Gang sauces.
love
They're
them.
so good.
But for some reason, there's a sauce on there called sweet poppy sauce. And for some reason, it gives me the ick. Like,
My favorite one.
oh no. Like the taste like is fine, I guess. Like I just don't I don't want it though. But for some reason, like the color in the bowl when it's done, like it makes me want to die.
It is a little, yeah, I agree.
Ugh.
I went through
It's grossing me
I
out
went
thinking
through-
about it.
I went through phases, or I'm not in a sweet poppy phase right now, but when I went through like my chicken ick, I do the way I do my chicken right now is crock pot. It's the way I always do it is crock pot buffalo sauce and just shredded
Ooh.
chicken.
Teach me.
So good. Oh, it's so easy and simple. I'll teach
Yeah.
you. And it's the only one that I really don't get the chicken ick from. Like I could eat that chicken all the time. But the last time I did was like probably over a year ago, get the ick. And I needed to switch up the way I ate my chicken. So I started using the sweet poppy sauce and I really, really liked it. There's also another company called New Sauce. NU sauce.
I think I've heard of it.
It's pretty good. They have like a sriracha ketchup, which I actually did try. And the only reason why I tried that is because it didn't look like real ketchup.
Okay, it looks like sriracha.
Ketchup just looks so fake. Like it just is.
You're just a ketchup hater.
I hate it. And I just will. I will die on that hill. I don't care.
It's so funny because my mom is the same way with mustard.
Really?
Yeah.
I just have it like, I think it's probably just part of my identity at this point that I'm like unwilling to like waver from it.
Certified ketchup hater.
Certified ketchup hater. Okay, I really liked this question. How would your teenage self view your current self now?
Oh my gosh, my teenager self would say, that's such a good question because I'm so different, but my teenager self would think I'm such a loser.
No way.
Yeah, because I was such a
Why?
little like bad kid. Like I would want to drink all the time.
Oh my
And like
gosh.
go like sneak out of my house and like be bad and stuff.
That's so funny. I mean, I knew that
Yeah.
about your childhood, but I think that's funny that you think that your younger self would think that you were.
Yeah, they'd be like, "You're such a grandma. Like you don't do anything." And I'm like, "I'm just a content old lady over here."
That's so funny.
Yeah. But like on a positive note, I think that I would be like surprised that I went to college and like
Really
did stuff
Well,
with my
that's
life.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
good. No,
What about
made
you?
it, you've made it. I mean, that's why I was anticipating a different answer because, like, I look at you and I'm like, oh my gosh, your 10-year-old self or teenage self would probably be so proud.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I was just such a like I had such a negative outlook on everything. Like I was too cool for everyone. So I feel like I would be like
You were just an
Side-eye.
angsty teen.
yeah,
That's so funny.
100%.
I would probably just be like, yeah, I mean, that's what you thought you were going to do. Cause like, I really thought like when I was a teenager was when I like figured out I wanted to be a PA. And so like, that was like, just looking ahead, being where I'm at now, I think I would probably think I'm cool.
I love that. That's so cute.
But I don't think I don't think I'm like the coolest person ever, but I think it's kind of cool to like reflect on it because I was talking to Joe about this the other day. Like I was always the person when I was younger that like had just like role models. Like I always like looked up to someone and like tried to kind of like emulate like certain parts of like whoever they were that I thought was like cool. And I think that like if I were a younger kid today and I like met me, I would probably be like, oh my God, she's a PA. Like do like all the things that I like
Aw,
wanted to do, I feel like I've
yeah.
done. And I'm like trying new things, like meeting new friends. Like I don't know. I love my life. So I'm just like
I like
happy with it.
I love that. I love that. I just think that's really cute.
I feel like that kind of comes off as like, I don't know, being, I don't know, does sound narcissistic?
Not at all.
Okay.
Because I feel like
Because I don't feel like I'm the coolest person
No,
ever.
I think
like,
it's really important to have like a positive outlook because my answer was like so negative. So
it wasn't though. I mean,
I guess like if I'm like looking so deep into this question, but I think
it's a fun question.
if I knew that, like if I just looked at me not knowing it was me, I'd be like, oh, like, but I guess if I looked at me knowing it was me, does that even make sense?
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's move on.
No, but I think your answer was cute. Like
Okay.
I think it was just reflective of like who you were when you were younger and like just being kind of like a jokester to like your current self. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like if you were like this like honestly like a totally different person in your teens, like of course
Yeah.
you're gonna have like a different perspective. But I was
True.
straight and narrow like my whole entire life. Like I was
love
not
that,
like a
though.
bad like
What
I
would-
was.
What would your younger self think about your bodybuilding endeavors right now?
Oh God, she would probably think that that was weird as hell because like not even. I mean, recently, like within the last 5 years, I was like, I will never ever prance around on stage naked. What the heck is who is doing
Who's
that?
doing that?
But it's just I didn't understand like the level of discipline, the level of like really truly what bodybuilding was to the core. And now that I know that and knowing like it's just a different way to push myself, I'm like, oh, that's super cool. Like I
Yeah.
want to do that. But I think my younger self would probably be like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's like pushing yourself in an entirely different way than when you were doing powerlifting. It's
Yeah.
like you're pushing yourself in that aspect, but this is like a completely different
I think just
approach.
I feel like the gym and like just like being a person that goes to the gym in general. I mean, I've always been athletic, but I think my younger self would probably just think that I was still playing sports and not doing like this kind of stuff.
being on like an adult team.
yeah, exactly. Like I genuinely thought I was going to play soccer for the rest of my life.
You're like a
Okay.
professional soccer player.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like there was something else that I wanted to say about that question, but it was like when I was being, as far as being on like the straight and narrow, and like I was the opposite of like what you just described yourself being. Like I was, if my brother my brother was younger than me, so he was like not the one that was like saying he was gonna drink, but like if there was any type of like illegality or anything like that going on with like my friend group or anything, I was always like sitting in the corner so nervous. Like I was like, oh my God, I lied to my mom about where I am. Like I'm gonna get in trouble. Like this is just so much anxiety. Like
You
I
were
was not.
I like that.
I did not. I wasn't a rule breaker. Like
You were someone I should have been hanging out with when I was that age.
I don't know if this was like I mean, I feel like I had a healthy mix between being like, no, it definitely wasn't a healthy mix. I was just probably anal and like,
It's
just
good though because you stayed out of trouble.
I did, I guess, but
Yeah.
I was boring.
Yeah.
The reason why I think I was like that though is because I was like my brother was the opposite kind of a child where he was like always getting in trouble and I was wanting attention in the other way. So like I was like, if I'm perfect and if I don't make any mistakes, then like I will get like just as much attention as him, but in a positive way than like compared to my parents giving a lot of their attention to him for like being in trouble. I was like, I'm just gonna be the opposite.
That's so
I don't
cute.
obviously I wasn't thinking it like that when I was younger, but
Okay.
I think that's probably why I developed those traits is because I wanted to like have a little bit more attention from my parents. But it wasn't like
Yeah.
they were neglecting me by any means. Like they weren't. They did a good job with both of us, but I think it was like I didn't want to be reprimanded like how he was. So that's
Oh.
why I was like goody two shoes, not doing anything bad. I did do bad things though, and I did get in trouble, and my mom can comment and subscribe and do all the things and let you guys know.
Yeah, have her tell us in the comments.
Yeah. Who is your biggest role model, idol, or inspiration?
That's like A hard
That's a hard
question
one.
and answer. I don't know. I guess like in terms of like personal life is my parents, because they're so cute and they're like best friends and they've been married for so long, and I don't know, they like raised a family and we're all pretty normal, I guess, to some
Yeah.
degree.
Yeah.
And it's just sweet seeing them like happily together and like living their lives and like going on vacation, and like they're just so cute.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 2 older brothers.
So you're the baby.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel? How was that like growing up?
I was really tight with my brothers growing up. They like would play with me and like they were so sweet, but sometimes they would fight. Me and my oldest brother would like bully the middle brother.
Oh, really?
When we were younger.
That's funny.
But sometimes they would fight and I would freak out. Like they would physically fight
Mm-hmm.
and I would be like, stop.
Yeah.
What about you? Were you like tight with your brother growing up?
Oh yeah. I mean, we were super close. He moved to Charleston to like be closer.
Oh, he
Not,
did?
I don't know, not to be closer to me, probably a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, we've always been super close, and we don't see each other like as much now just because like we both are like super busy. We see each other like a couple times a month.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's like one of my best friends through and through. Like I love him.
That's so cute.
But I'm older than him, so like I've always been like, did you feel like you were always protected like by your older brothers? Like they always had like your back, or was it not that kind of a dynamic?
I mean, yeah, I feel like they looked out for me, but they were never like overprotective of. I mean, I feel like they would size up some.
How much older are they?
My oldest brother is 5 years older than me, and my other brother is 3 years older than me.
Okay.
But now being adults, I feel like me and the middle brother were like closer than we were. I don't know.
When you were younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there was always, I mean, you just have like that normal sibling like rivalry, but then like also like your best friends. There's one story, I'll tell this, and I don't think my brother listens to the podcast, but there was one time that we were in like a corn maze or whatever. This is just one of the memories that I have of him because it's just the most like one of the most selfless things that you could do as a child, I guess.
Yeah.
But we were in a corn maze and my shoes were like muddy or not fitting or whatever. Like I was complaining about them. I had like pink Timberland boots.
That's so cute.
And my brother was like, "Oh, I'll wear them for you." So he wore my pink Timberland boots for me when he was
so
younger.
cute.
Isn't that so cute? Like I just love that. Like I just think that's like such a cute little story.
That
like,
is
he's so sweet.
because like your brother, he's your brother. He loves you. And
I
will
know
look
he
out
would
for
do
you.
anything for me. I know that for a
Yeah.
fact. I love him so much.
I feel like being the youngest is because my oldest brother was such a golden child. Like he's the most loved of the family. I feel like because he was such a good kid. Like he was so good. And then my other brother, I feel like he did some things. He just was like got away with it. And then me, I was just like the
rebel.
the demon child. As soon as I turned like I don't know, like 13 or 14
That's so
probably.
funny. What are your siblings' names?
Patrick and Brian.
Patrick, Brian, and Chloe.
Yeah.
Which one's the oldest one?
Patrick. What should we call him? Pat.
Patrick is. I've never met Patrick. Hey,
He's not gonna watch
this podcast.
He's not gonna.
Patrick
watch this.
seems like the name of a an oldest sibling that would be the goody two shoes.
Yeah, he was. My grandfather's name is Patrick.
I like that name. It's a
Yeah,
good name.
so cute.
Okay, moving on. Okay,
What's your brother's name?
Ryan.
Okay.
And the very basic name. My
Yeah.
mom actually wanted to name him Jackson. I'm talking a lot about my brother on this podcast. He better listen to this
I know.
one.
Make him listen. Make him subscribe.
My mom wanted to name him Jackson because she used to watch the soap opera General Hospital, and they had a guy on there named Jax, and she wanted to call him Jax.
Jackson is such a cute
Jax.
name. Jax is Derek's their old dog's name.
Yeah, so my dad vetoed that, and he was like, "No, we're not doing that." So
That's cute though.
But so now they have he has a basic name,
Yeah.
but she also wanted to do it that way because like with my name being Kennedy, his name being, if his name was Jackson, if she ever had another child, it wasn't planned to do like president themes with those two names, but if she had a third child, she was going to keep it president
Oh, I didn't even
and
know
do like
that.
Reagan. So I actually
Oh.
want to name my kid that.
Reagan
because
is cute.
I think it's a cute name
I
for
feel like
either
I
a
could
boy
go,
or a girl.
Yeah.
So I've
That's
never
cute.
discussed that with Joe before. So okay, last question. Do you believe trust is earned or no?
I feel like I feel like you should go into a relationship or a friendship like not necessarily not trusting somebody, but you should just slowly earn their trust over time. So I guess, yeah, you earn their trust over time, but you're not thinking like, oh, I don't trust them, let me see if they prove me wrong type of thing. Just like you shouldn't overshare right away or like whatever, just slowly share things over time.
Yeah, I agree. I think I have that problem too, where I maybe need to find that balance, because I think I trust people way too much, because like if someone's telling me something, like maybe I'm not necessarily going to go and like run off and tell every single person or like whatever, but like I expect maybe other people to do that, and that's not always the case. And I don't necessarily think I overshare, but I think I probably trust people a little more than deserving initially, until I like give someone the opportunity to like prove that they are worthy of, you know, your trust, and vice versa.
Yeah, I agree. Cause sometimes you might think you vibe with someone right away, and then you learn like, oh,
Down the line that it's
never
not
mind.
the case.
Yeah.
And I don't think you should also enter a friendship or a relationship just not trusting someone. Like I think you can again find that balance, or like that line of like trusting someone to a certain degree but not too much.
Yeah, I used to be like a huge oversharer right away, and I've tried not to do that anymore.
Yeah, I probably should do a little less of that. I don't know.
I feel like you haven't been like that with me, at least.
I think I feel like I am pretty selective, I guess, with who I share things with. And it also just depends on like what I'm sharing. So like I maybe am like overshare when it comes to like bodybuilding or like things like that, but not necessarily overshare when it comes to things in regards to my personal life.
Like, oh, that's
So
good. That's good.
Which, yeah.
Like your private life. That's good. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm happy we got to know Chloe.
Yeah, that was
I feel
so
like there was
fun.
some questions I didn't really know the answers to either, so that was really nice.
Yeah, some of them were hard. I was like, I don't know.
I love it.
Should we do one question from the Q&A before we get off?
That's fine.
Okay, and this I will ask you. Okay, someone said going out on prep / maintaining a social life while being a bodybuilder. In prep.
I think this is just comes into play with like honestly being picky and choosy with like what you are doing, as far as like how you're going to spend that time. So like if it's probably more difficult to do things that are like require going out to eat or like those types of activities where it's going to shift your adherence, I guess, to your plan, because that can definitely be a struggle. I think that you can find a balance when it comes to just trying to do things that aren't surrounding food. And then that can be a way that you can kind of get that level of like social activity while you are in a prep situation. But if you know that you're going to be someone that's like easily influenced or swayed by like other people, if they're like drinking or eating or anything like that, then honestly, maybe if your goal at that time is bodybuilding, like it might be in your best interest to just not do those things, like not put yourself in those situations.
I think if you're like Kennedy said, if you're gonna not be adherent to your plan, you should just not go out, period. But what I like to do if I'm in prep is get a sparkling water, make it look like a drink. If you go to dinner, you can bring your meal with you. Hopefully you have supportive friends, because some people just don't want to invite you if they don't get it. And people don't need to like accommodate you or anything, but you can bring your own meals. Just tell people not to worry about it. But if it's going to tempt you and you're going to go off plan, then you should just not go. But if you're like locked in and know you can trust yourself and stuff like that, then you can just go and stay on plan. It's not that big of a deal.
I'll probably be like the type of person that like would just prefer to do like hangouts like at someone else's house instead of like going out into like a public setting, because it just takes a lot of that anxiety out. And if I'm in someone else's house, then I'm not going to be worrying about like if they're eating whatever. I'm just going to bring my own food, my meal prep. So I think that's definitely. Get back to me in a year and I'll give you a better answer.
You can tell us when you're in prep. But okay, well, that's it.
Okay, bye guys. See you next week.
Thanks for listening. Next week it'll be Kennedy's episode.
Toodaloo.
Bye.